What's up, peeps? The name's Aleks Mickelland, and I've got another Euro 2012 preview coming your way. And today, it's the Euro 2004 champions, the home of Mount Olympus. Greece is in the spotlight. Well, these guys literally came out of nowhere 8 years ago, simply because they were a mediocre to below average team for a great number of years. Yet somehow they marched all the way to the title, beating several established teams in the process, such as Portugal, France, and the Czech Republic. To anyone watching that tournament, it played out like a real-life mythology epic. These guys were dumped on by literally every expert and soccer fan except the most optimistic Greek fans. Oh, and my good buddy Gary. Smart guy is. Others saw it as a football tragedy. The teams showed zero inclination to attack for a great deal of the tournament, instead opting for stalling tactics and a park-the-bus strategy, meaning they literally had their whole team behind the ball on defense, aka 10 guys, waiting for the attacking team to make a mistake. And when they did score, the games would become almost unwatchable. Watching paint dry could have given me more excitement. But it worked, right? Flash forward to the present day, and Greece still runs the exact same style of defending, stalling, and bus parking. Problem is, they've been exposed ever since 2004, and struggle to get results against worthy competition, aka virtually every team in this tournament, simply because they can't score. In their last two major international tournaments, Euro 08 and World Cup 2010, they scored only 3 goals in their 6 games. That's right, 3 goals in 6 games. That's half a goal a game. You're not getting anywhere like that. Even in the Euro 2012 qualifying campaign, these guys hit, or dare I say, nudged, the back of the net 14 times in 10 games. And this is against teams like Latvia, Georgia, and Malta. Come on, you gotta do better than that, right? Because remember, people, the objective in competitive sports is to score more goals or points than your opponent. And if you can't even do that, well, I've got 2 words for you, and they ain't pretty. You suck! Now, granted, their defense is great. Probably among the best of the tournament, if I may add. Containing lots of guys whose names are, if I may say, fairly difficult to pronounce. Nevertheless, players such as Socrates Papastathopoulos, Yorios Karagounis, Avram Papadopoulos, Vasilis Torasidis, and Kotsas Kastouranis, with goalkeeper Alexandros Tsorvas all playing a part in forming a near impenetrable defensive wall at times. Socrates, in particular, is the most impressive, having had spells with AC Milan, Genoa, and now Germany's Werder Bremen. He's a leader, even at the relatively young age of 23, and has delivered commanding performances in defense for both club and country. It'll definitely be a chore to put one of these past these guys, if he brings his game. Because trust me, when that Greek defense gets going, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle to get anything through them. Aside from their backline, though, well, there isn't too much to write about. Greece's offensive-minded players are usually just offensive. There's a shortage in creativity, drive, and finishing throughout the entire roster. And if they fall behind the other team, it's game over. It's too great of a hill to climb for these guys. Their game plan relies solely on keeping the opponent out of their net, and that's it. When all that fails, they're usually forced to put all their balls in the other team's courts, literally, and moving their bus out of the parking lot. This usually results in them going further behind, as their lack of offense and reduced commitment to defense spells absolute disaster. The Magic Fountain's all about parch now for the Greeks, who in this tournament have picked to place last in Group A. That's right, 4th place. For the reasons I described earlier. They lack the attacking edge and experience of a Russia, don't have the home fans backing them like Poland does, and even pale in terms of offensive creativity to the Czechs, who aren't the sharpest snipers either. By the way, though, the Czechs have Petr, one of the best goalies in Europe at the moment. Simply put, there's going to be no happy ending for Greece this year, that's for sure. Although, let's just hope it's not as bad as the economic crisis these guys are going through. Then again, I'm sure people at the Danforth will be having a great old time, win, loss, or draw. And that's a wrap for Greece. Be sure to subscribe and wait for my upcoming video, where I'll give you the lowdown on Russia in Euro 2012. Until then, I'm Aleks Mickelland, and you're watching Euro 2012 predictions on AMTV.